my dude, Josh Whitaker, aka Jay Witt, aka that dude, aka Deuce Deuce,
They said
more
that.
recently known as Drainhead McIntosh, bottle in the mix. You know what I'm saying? A million plays. I'm wondering, now you're now known as Heat While You Eat. Was the bottle in the mix talking about hot sauce, or how did you get into, because I thought we were talking about the club, but you
Oh,
come
that's
out and you
hilarious.
got, this gold dust and this, Ripple Pain. I'm wondering what's good.
Word, man. That's so funny. So like I definitely don't want to take too much credit for the heat while you eat. That can't be me. That's definitely me and my girl Squirrel. That is a group kind of entity. I guess if there anyone is heat while you eat, it's us. So I would say that.
That's what's up.
Because it definitely I don't first of all, I don't really ever like I've never thought about myself as like some kind of cook or like I don't even really like cooking that much. I just love fucking hot sauce and but she likes to cook, so like she really the inspiration of wanting to even like start to make food of my own was like I've never would have even tried that if it wasn't for her. That's for
That's
sure.
what's up. That's cool,
that's
man.
that's that's step one. But bottle in the mix on that Dozer record, man. Maybe that was about hot sauce, man. That could have been some foreshadowing I didn't know about.
I
That's very possible.
don't know, man. I was wondering. I was like, man, was he like, programming me ahead of time? you know.
Dude, I love when shit like that happens. That's funny. I'll go with that. Yeah.
So tell me about this, man. Like you said, you love hot sauce. How did you get into hot sauce? Like, was it just something that you just enjoyed, or talk to me about that journey a little bit?
Dude, yeah, man. So, man. So first of all, I'll say just for the fucking record, when I was a kid, I could not stand spicy food, hot sauce, any like, dude, I couldn't eat hot Cheetos, none of that. I was not going for it. But and my brother loved spicy shit, and I always thought that was crazy because like, why would you want to like inflict pain on your mouth like that? Like that just seemed like just seemed like not fun to me. Um, but so, man, it must have been like a few years ago. I'll try to long story short this situation. It must have been a few years ago when like first of all when the Hot Ones uh, little YouTube show came out with Sean Evans and the Complex First We Feet stuff, like obviously was immediately hooked to that show. I was just like, what a great concept for a show. Everybody loves the show. And I was like on it first season, second season, probably third season. And then I kind of taken kind of a step away from watching the show because really I just got into different aspects of just like, what are these hot sauces? Like this industry is just really intriguing to me. And I remember around probably the second or third season of that show, I was just in a YouTube hole watching these pepper eating contests in like fucking Bath, England or something. I think that's the town that hosts this contest. And I've watched probably like 5 seasons running of this contest. Like just was in a hole watching it for hours. And I wish I could remember the lady's name, but every year that I watched, this lady from I think like Northern Africa won the fucking contest. And I'm like, who is this woman? The fucking monster. And the way the contest would go, right? Like basically a bunch of people at a table with a glass of milk in front of them, and you eat. They bring out one pepper, like whatever to say it's a jalapeno, and the person eats the jalapeno, and they just sit there and just stone face it, and they just can't eat. They can't drink the milk. So I just found that like a great kind of structure for a show or a contest or competition. And basically, they just bring out if you make it through that pepper, they bring out another one, then another one. They go up the
It just gets
Scoville
hotter and
scale.
hotter and hotter.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yep.
Until it's like basically 2 people left. And when it's 2 people left, there's always like whatever the hottest pepper in the world is, it's like that's the mountaintop. You can't really go higher than that. So you eat one, it'll be like 2 people, her and some other person going head to head. They eat one, they both stomach it without the milk, they bring them another. Stomach it without, they just keep bringing them out until somebody quits. And I was like, dude, this is the best thing ever. So right after I finished binging that series, which if you can find it on YouTube, man, like definitely look it up. I can't even, it's like Bath, England hot sauce eating contest. So after I finished that, I was like, I wonder if they do these in the United States or if she's ever going to be in the US. Like, let me find out when there's a hot sauce eating competition in the US. And I was like Googling the different competitions that happened. I found a calendar and I was like, oh, they're like kind of all over the country, but kind of spread out over time. And I'm like, when's the next one in California? And I find It says it's like August like 12th or something, which is tomorrow in Anaheim. This is the next day in Anaheim. I'm like, no fucking way. This is meant to be right now. Like that this contest, like she could, I don't know if she's gonna be there. I couldn't find Instagram for her. So I'm like, okay, there's one happening tomorrow. I have to go just in case she's actually gonna be at this competition. So I'm asking people if they want to go with me. They're like, what do you mean? Like, you want to watch people eat peppers in Anaheim tomorrow? No, I'm not going with you. But so I was like, fuck it. I want to see this for my own entertainment. So I'm going by myself, whip it down there. And it was just an amazing, amazing experience. Just being around these different tents that these people from around the world that are like, you know, trying to just kind of promote their sauces or like these different pepper strains that they've grown. And I was just like, immediately like, I love this cool random thing that I've just kind of fallen into. So that's really where the love came from. And from being at that fest, it's called the Hot Sauce and Pepper Expo of California or whatever.
Okay.
And from that, I really just started, because I saw so many different like people find a lot of their hot sauces, you know, on Hedonist and from like that TV show from the Hot Ones show, but there's so many other small companies out there doing stuff, and I was just trying to like go to every website and go to like just research anything that someone was doing and try to support these small businesses. So it got really expensive because these people have to make money. They have to sell these bottles like $25, $30 a bottle. And I'm like, fuck it, name your price, ship it to me. And then my fridge we started running out of room, and Squirrel's like, we're spending too much money on hot sauce. Like this doesn't make sense. I'm like, well, let me like kind of check this out and like see like what does it take to make these things, you know? And that was about a month and a half ago, and here we are.
Man, and so you really just went like super research mode, like you know, found everywhere that you needed to be, found all the right information, and you were like, okay, I'm gonna gather the competition, I'm gonna do some field research, and I'm gonna make my own. That is absolutely fire, and I didn't even know you like this as a hobby, and I've known you for like over a decade, you know.
Yeah, right. That's so funny. Yeah, a lot of people I feel like have been hitting me up like, what? I didn't even know you liked hot sauce at all. It's like it's very much been like a kind of a personal thing that I just kind of secretly just obsess over. And yeah, I definitely didn't see myself really. I don't know if I saw myself like envision myself cracking into selling hot sauce, but I think just the more and more I kind of immerse myself in kind of the culture of it, the more it just didn't seem like that crazy of an idea, you know?
Yeah. And from what I've seen, it seems like you guys have been able to scale pretty fast in terms of, you know, it kind of started out like, hey, you know, I'm going to send some samples out, see if you guys like it. Now it's like, hey, next week's shipment is coming in, get your orders in. And that happened in a matter of weeks, man. So
literally.
Yeah.
I really like, I have to give you a lot of credit because you were like, so that's the thing, but when we send out samples and I'm like wondering if people like what we're doing, and then you being like, yo, like send me more. I'm like, okay, you know what? Now I need to figure out how to kind of make it affordable for us to send out a lot of bottles and just kind of keep things organized in terms of the accounting of what we're trying to do, just to make sure we're like breaking even, you know what I mean? And you just kind of like being enthusiastic about like even wanting more sauces. I'm like, let's see what we can do in a couple of weeks with like just actually trying to fulfill as many orders as we could possibly bring in.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of, as we're doing it, we're realizing, you know what, we actually do have a decent structure of this. I mean, like just from buying all the different boxes that we have to, you know, fold up and like put things in, the shipping materials and, you know, the bottles and the stuff that it takes to make the sauces themselves, and with time with that. And it's kind of this perfect storm also of like being in quarantine. Like I would never really, I don't think, have it in me to put this type of energy into it, even if I wanted to. But right now it's like, I would be a fool not to try, you know?
Yeah, man. Take that opportunity. And, you know, I appreciate you saying that, man, because, you know, I got to be honest. I wasn't really a big hot sauce guy, you know, myself.
Really?
Yeah, man. I'm like, kind of like you were like back in the day. Like, why would you put yourself through the pain, you know? And I guess I just never really found one that hit for me. But I really wasn't like willing to explore that much, I guess. And
Right.
so, man, I tried your sauces, and I was like, whoa, I've been missing out on this world. Like, what am I doing? Not incorporating this into my cuisine. And I had to get a couple more, man, just because the combination of spiciness with the flavor that you went in on. I started in like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna support my boy, and now I'm like,
Mhm.
I want to support my boy, like you know what I mean? Like I'm,
Word.
yeah.
I appreciate that. And that's like a huge thing, is like just not like thinking about wanting to explore whatever that could be. And it's like, yeah, once your mind like kind of opens to it, it becomes like so many other things. And then I think actually another big part of it, because when we first did our first batch that we made, right? So first of all, I made a batch. It was funny. Like I, we were, we were supposed to, we like made plans to go to the grocery store early in the morning. And, and I think we got in some kind of fight that morning. So I went without Squirrel, and we were supposed to go together. And so I get all the ingredients that I wanted. I think some of the ones that she needs, but I haven't seen her list, so I didn't know what was supposed to be on it. So I got like everything I thought that we might both want to make a sauce, and I just take those things, I whip things together. And I taste this hot sauce for the first time. I'm like, holy shit, I'm onto something, right? And she tastes this sauce, and she's at the store 10 minutes later trying to make hers, So
Yeah.
it got kind of competitive on that level. So we both have these sauces, and I'm kind of hating on her. She's kind of hating on mine. So then, and it's like middle of quarantine. I ain't supposed to see people or any of that shit. So we're like trying to find our neighbors. Like, hey, do you like hot sauce? We need you to try these two sauces and tell us which one's better. So we were probably in like a dead split between the people in our building that we talked to on which one was the better sauce. So we're, like, the first thought for me was like, okay, we should send them to people who actually know what the fuck they're talking about and see if we can really get a good take on what sauce is better. So that was really, it was definitely never, we planned on losing money on this off the bat. Like, we got all these bottles and shit just so we could pay to send people hot sauce, really. But if they like I couldn't, it's always hard to tell, like we're putting out music, and like anytime you put out anything that you make, it's hard to tell when your family and friends are like, oh, this is awesome, this is great. It's really like, is it great for me because like you never thought I could do something like this, or is it actually good? You never know,
Right. People, like, you don't know if they're just like giving you that positive feedback just because they don't want to like rub you the wrong way as your friend or something like that.
Right.
But yeah, man, I have to be honest, when I tried it, I had the same epiphany you had. I was like, I think he's onto something. Like, like I was
right.
like, I think you're onto something, because I've been trying it on everything. And
wow.
like, yeah, man, it's been good. So tell people, man, if they want to order some, where do they go? How much does it cost? And what's the process?
Yeah, so right now, I mean, we without like any kind of like real macroeconomic like detail into figure it out if we're making money or not. We're just basically, it costs us around $15 to ship a box of 2. So if people want to order 1 bottle, that's kind of like we just barely break even or sometimes lose money on that. So we're basically saying 2 bottle minimum to order them from us, $15 a bottle. We can send them, like most people order them in packs of 2, especially since we only have 2 sauces right now, even though we're planning on doing another 2 in the next couple weeks. But so you go to @HeatWhileYouEat on Instagram. That's basically where we're taking orders. Just send us direct messages. We get your address. You Venmo either me or Squirrel. I think Squirrel's on Cash App instead of Venmo. We do, if that's whichever one you prefer to do, to wire money. And for $30, you get 2 sauces. Anything more than that, like again, $15 a sauce. We'll work with you if you want to try to get a bunch of sauces, and we could, like, we're not stuck to any kind of price. We're just trying to figure things out. So, yeah, that's where we're at.
That's awesome, man. I love it. I love the whole passion behind it. I love how you guys are just like going for it, because I think that's how you get stuff started, man. And a lot of people don't really take the initiative to do that. So I commend you for that, brother.
I appreciate it, man. Again, like I appreciate you and everybody that's been supporting us in the past 2 weeks, and like just kind of helping us be excited about it, because like you really lit a fire, and I was like, all right, let's try this. And it's like, this has turned into, like, I've very rarely tried to start something and it like really start rolling in the beginning. It normally takes a long time to even like convince people to buy. And like, I think because it's such a passion project, like we're not trying to sell anybody here. Like if you want some, we'll make it for you. So.
And that's what's up, man. You put the love into it, and the money comes on the back end rather than
Right.
seeking the money. You know.
Exactly.
But it's grilling season, man. So I know
Oh,
I'm
true.
gonna be flying through bottles, man. So
Woo! God, let me know. And like honestly, yeah, we're gonna come up with something else. Shit, if you want to fucking maybe collab on something, maybe we'll collab and like get something else, get like a Danley like line underneath the brand. Maybe we'll do some shit.
hey, that'd be sick, man. I'm
Yeah,
down for all of it. I'm here for all of it, man. I'm gonna keep supporting because I want to see you win, man. That's what it's about.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. This is like I haven't had anything really to be excited about in a while. So this is like I'm glad we needed this in the midst of this quarantine. Like this is definitely taking our minds off of just kind of sitting around doing nothing. So this is definitely positive.
Hell yeah, my man. Well, shit. Good catching up with you, and we'll have to chat soon.
Yes, sir, man. Dude, anytime, bro. Like I'm pretty sure we'll probably talk in 3 minutes right after we hang this thing up. So
Yeah, definitely.
no doubt,
Take
man.
me
Oh,
right away and go wild. Take me right away and go wild. Don't try to act brand new. I know what you're into. Take me right away and go wild. The
I
way
was
you
on the
go.
beach with your piece on a leash. People say I'm modest, don't believe what you read. Living like a movie, yeah, they even call me Steven. You be throwing money, but I don't really need it. Every time she opens, she at least stay a week. Gotta doing dishes, she should be on the lease. You ain't wanna know how I was getting it when I did. Used to mind her own, but now we're business his. All I fucking know is how to live, how I been. Everybody in LA, I meet, so pretend. When I'm with your freak, we don't beat by the reef. We be going deep, going deep, going deep, going Mariana Trench.